Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this last Friday before Christmas. So if you're here with us live, we appreciate it. And if you're coming to see us in a little bit, you're welcome. We're glad to give you a little break before all of the family events start. So, and if you're watching us, over the weekend, we're here for you. We know what it's like, right? So speaking of families and things that we might say over the holidays, today we are going to talk about semantics, right? What you say versus how you say it. And, let's think about chatbots. Let's think about your favorite home assistant that you might ask to do something for you. And maybe you say it in a way that's so natural that they don't understand you, right? So, what we're basically doing in the session today is showing you what it's like when you say something that's natural and your search engine understands it, right? The internal search engine within your favorite store knows exactly what you're talking about. So it's really the same as your favorite home assistant, but in typed format. So that way, what you say is really interpreted and you actually get what you're looking for. So that said, Borja, take it away.
Good morning, everyone. I can't believe it's Christmas already. And some of us, as you, Jordan, and myself, we are connecting from our hometown. So we are already surrounded by family. You're in New Jersey. I'm in San Sebastian. I had the fortune of going out for a run and swimming in the sea, which I dearly miss my days in when I'm in London. Right, guys, so today we're going to talk about semantics and how to close the gap between the voice of the customer and the product catalog. So this is actually perhaps one of the most common pains for most retailers, okay? And this comes from multiple conversations. So today we're going to talk about a number of different use cases for semantics. We're going to start with one which had a lot of impact, which is the zero results use case. Then we will go into how to visualize and explain for merchandisers everything to do with vector and semantic embeddings. And my colleague Alvaro will move on to, he's got a full plate of many, many things today, starting with automatic synonyms, moving towards blended or hybrid search controls for relevance. And the last thing, which is going to be the first time we see it, is experimentation. So everything to do with offline evaluations. So let's start, guys. So let me, if I go one sec, I'm going to go and share my screen. Hope you guys see it. Right. So why are semantics important? It's very simple. As Jordan said, the way we call things is not the way they're named. Product names, as you can see here, they're normally, they are commercially done. The copies, they are very tempting. They call your attention. Product descriptions at the same time, they're very technical, but there is this gap. Of course, we don't call products in that way. And what does this leave our customers? Well, fuming in frustration in a dead end, which is called the zero results page. Okay, so why don't we take a look at some examples, some real examples? So if we go to a fashion shop, and I'm going to start with a very silly example. Okay, for example, that I checked. If you go and you say ballet slippers, which is something that's how some people call them. But in a way, the catalog is not like that. So luckily, these vectors, they surface the product that I'm looking for, but in different ways. Ballet shoes, flat shoes, even flats, and I will get those things. You can even go and write down things to do more with, for instance, if I want to have a night out, for example, okay, Christmas Eve night out, I need some tips on how to dress up. Well, in this case, of course, there is no matching, but I have some great, actually, suggestions for a gala dress. And this one that I really like as well is like, so what's the best price for a dress. And in this case, as you can see here, hey, I've got some special price products. So as you can see, you can go for very normal standard way to call products. You can also go natural language, and this actually resolves that for you without, and this is the key, the need to create synonyms or any rules behind. So let's look at the shop from the view of the merchandiser. Let me log in into the shop. Okay, I'm logging in as a merchandiser. And off we go. This is the view of the merchandiser. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do for example, what gift can I buy my wife? Okay, this will be a query. So here we see carousels, which are great. Jewelry, perfume, lingerie, fragrance, things on sale, great. So what I wanted to show you is, let's take a look at the vectors, okay, the embeddings. So here I can see, if I move this around, I can see that jewelry, fragrance, perfume are related to my query, okay? So you see here two bars. One of them is the distance. So basically I can play how distant I want the vectors to be. And also I can say, I want more candidates. I want 10 candidates in this case. So I can go here and I can see that there are more distant ones here. Sorry, these are the ones from before. Let me do it here. Toffee, purse, perfume, sale. And the great thing is that not only that, but if I go to the shop, I already see all the suggestions here, because these carousels, they can be controlled as well from this place. Right, with this, I'm gonna pass it on to my colleague Alvaro, so that he can go on to explain to you the cool things about semantics. There we go, Alvaro, all yours.
Cool, thank you, Borja. Yeah, that's awesome. We are thrilling to see how this is creating a huge impact in customers. So yeah, I don't want to spoil. Borja will share some extra numbers and figures with us later. So yeah, I want to go today over several topics connecting with the example that Borja just showed to you. And in general, what we will cover here is how we can enable semantic AI solutions in your e-commerce, in your brand, by using Empathy Platform solutions. So let me first share my screen. I will go first over what we have. Sorry, that's that. Remember to check if you are Empathy customer, your yearly summary, by the way. This just pop up. So yeah, Borja was talking about how we can integrate this smart AI solution for this, trying to avoid this defense, these low results or even zero results. And I'm going to show you how to quickly enable this. Just one click in your site. So we just need to get into the Empathy Playboards back office tool. We will go to the instance manage section, in which we have a lot of tools to manage, mainly for set admins to manage your configurations and your solution. And in this section, we will have a new option here that is called X controls. And just with 2 clicks, no code, we can enable this fallback for these no results or even low result cases. As you see, we can play also with the number, with the visualization, how we show these alternative queries carousels, playing with how many carousels we can show, we want to show, and how many items per carousel we want to show. So easy, just one button, no code, and you will have straight into your solution this fallback. But we see how this has been a game changer for our customers. Obviously, these models have a lot of knowledge, as Borja was explaining, to relate how your shoppers are talking and how is the language of your catalog. So in the past, we also have ways to deal with this situation, as you know. And one thing that came to our minds always that we are playing with these examples. For example, the example that Borja showed about ballet shoes or ballet slippers. We offer to merchandisers the possibility to kind of cover these scenarios by creating scenarios. Okay, so this is a classic tool that we have in the empathy playboard, and here we are able to connect terms in general. So basically, what we are talking that these models have really, really good performance in this type. So for example, if I look for ballet slippers, like we can create now connections with the word. And we have used the information that we have in these models, for example, to empower merchants here in these tools. So in here in the bottom, you can see interesting alternative queries that in this case are adapted to the use case to not be, for example, refinements, but be a new discovery of words. So merchandisers are empowered now to create better synonyms or with, let's say, an input of how the shoppers are using these terms in your e-commerce. But everyone knows that the creation of synonyms is hard. It's hard to keep them up to date. It's hard to, catalogs are living creatures and all these terms are changing all the time. So why, if we have this information, why we don't automate all this process by enriching your products and your catalog with this information? So thanks to our awesome index architecture, we are able now to, every time that you index your feed, your catalog, we will enrich every product with these new semantic signals. And obviously, this will be available through Equalize, that is our tool to play with all the signals. And in this Equalize tool, for example, I think I created an example one, we will have open a new section apart from the classic textual match, weightings, and other functions in this tool. We will be able to play with these semantic signals. And what this means, this open a world of possibilities, is we can measure and set up how these new semantic signals impact in my final discovery and my final relevancy. So that's awesome. We can remove all this painful process of creating a lot of synonyms, even unleash the power of these models by creating all of these connections that usually are hidden in the knowledge of our catalog and how the shoppers are relating to our brand. But this is a huge change. We are going to create a lot of new connections. So you may be asking how I'm going to measure the impact of this, or how I can check how is the better weighting in this specific case for the semantic signal. So that's why, as Borja said, we are showing in exclusive today a new tool in the playboard that is called Experiment. And let me explain you quickly and simply. What we do here is label every product depending on the level of relevancy, from 4 points being relevant to 0 points being not relevant at all. And thanks to our awesome system of judgments, we are going to create, as you see in the right side of the screen, our ideal or more performant ranking. This can be, thanks to this tool, compared with my actual version of the software that you are seeing in the left side. So I can really see insights on what is the best configuration that I can apply for different use cases. I can go through different use cases or even explore different versions of my software. And this is the key. Thanks to offline evaluations, I can test dozens of different configurations. And this allows me to, out of my production environment, test what is the best configuration for every use case, avoiding the necessity of tons of useless A/B testings. So I think this completes the toolbox that I wanted to show you today. So how you can enable fallback semantic solution, solving defense and natural language queries, how we empower merchants by using this information inside the tool to have an empathy platform, how we can create this blended search solution using these signals, and finally, how can we measure and put word rates to these solutions by evaluating and avoiding this explosion of EV testing in production. So that's me. Back to you, Borja. And I think you have some final thoughts.
Yes, Alvaro, thank you so much. I'm really impressed with the offline evaluations. Can you imagine the time and resources that clients were going to save from running all those unnecessary A/B tests? Today, you just need to, you go through the configurations, but again, this tool will help you to simulate with offline data those configurations and hundreds of them. So it will tell you which are the best configurations before going into production. I think this is a game changer, guys. I cannot wait to actually see this being deployed in many of our customers. Right, so thank you for the summary, Alvaro. We've talked about reducing zero results. We've talked about adding synonyms automatically. We've talked about the enrichment of the catalog with these embeddings, okay, that go into the equalize, and you can actually do the different weightings. And we've talked about the experimentation of it, okay? Just as a closer and wrap up, I want to stress the great performance metrics that we've seen following the launch of Semantics. Zero results have been reduced between 55 and 75%. This is amazing. And not only that, the engagement with those carousels, the clicks on products, add to carts, or the execution of that query, it's gone up to 40%. So you can make your numbers that this is not a small thing, a small add up. So I hope you guys enjoy Semantics. Come back to us anytime. We'll keep exploring and building in public as we do every Friday. And have a lovely Christmas, everyone. And over to you, Jordan.
Thanks, Borja, and thanks, Panito. Yeah. So I think the big thing is that, you guys have driven home the importance of taking what we say and enriching the product catalog using AI to make sure that we're understood, right? It might sound familiar. We talk about trust and understanding and joy, and not only for the holiday season, just all year round, but that's an amazing no-code experience that gives you the ability to not have to create all those synonyms manually, really understand your customers, input the manual feedback if you need to. So you have detailed control for merchandisers, and your shoppers consequently get a fantastic experience.
Something very important, Jordan, is that these models are trained on your own customers and your own catalog. So those carousel, those embeddings, they differ in the US from the UK or in Spain. So they are built on your own customers. So that's the beautiful thing, that it's not a dictionary that it's added and magically works. No, this is something that is live, it's learning, and it is done based on your own market and language. So
yeah, that's extremely important. Extremely important. And that's what we talk about when we talk about ethical personalization. So that's really a great thing to see. And I'll leave a link in the comments as well. So if you want to go back and watch our previous session on ethical personalization or check out an article, you can do that. But yeah, I can't wait to see this implemented in some of my favorite stores, because that's really the dream, right? When you're shopping online. So if anybody has any questions, please feel free to reach out to any of the three of us, send us a request to connect, send us a message, shoot us an email at info@empathy.co, however you'd like to do it. we would love to hear from you. And also, if you have any topics that you would like covered, please let us know. We'd love to hear your proposals. So with that said, we're going to leave you with a little bit of music and wish you a happy holiday if you celebrate this weekend. And if you don't, well, we hope you just have a really nice weekend.
You knew that this is how millennials do the heart now? Instead of doing this, they do like this.
First time I hear it.
You guys can't hear the music, can you?
Not
I
really.
can't, no.
I can't hear the music either. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm not going to sing for you guys, but thank you everyone for joining us today. And we will see you next Friday.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.